I think he was really sheltered and maybe a little bit spoiled in Japan. And now that he's fighting in America, I think he's going to make a big splash over there because he's exciting to watch. He's got great speed and he's learned how to use his power a little bit. I think he'll have a new audience here in America, and I think he'll really do great things. The thing is, he's fighting at 30. He's already a world champion then. Now he's moving up to 35. But he has that frame. He can go to 40 also. And there's some real big fights out there at 40 for him, I think. And I think he'll have great success in America.
I gotta ask you too, how are those sparring sessions between Jorge and Manny? They must be some of the best you've maybe seen.
Yeah, they've always been really good together. We've had a lot of good work. Manny gave him a little nick one day. He cut him and so forth. So Manny did go to the body just for about 3 days to let that heal up, that little cut heal up and stuff like this. And it was a little difficult for Manny to just go to the body, and Jorge was allowed to go wherever he wanted, and he probably got the best of Manny those days. But yeah, that happens. But it's just getting each other ready for the fights, and him and Manny are such good friends. And Manny is not a Golden Boy fighter, but he's coming to the fight. He's going to come cheer Jorge on, and that means a lot to I think Jorge and the support that Manny puts in him and the confidence Manny gives him.
How do you expect Jorge on Saturday to fight this fight? Do you expect him to really take his time or really show his stuff right away from the opening bell?
No, we take his time in box and set things up. One thing about Jorge, he doesn't rush things. He doesn't jump into dangerous situations. He sees what's there and he adapts very well. That's why he was really good for Pacquiao, because Pacquiao is fighting Marquez, and Marquez is a smart fighter also, like Jorge. They're both thinkers and so forth. So I would love to get Jorge back in the gym to help Manny get ready for his fight after he wins the world title on Saturday.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, seeing that Jorge's working with Manny now, and you just answered my question, but how's Manny looking now in preparation for his fight with Marquez? I know he said he's at 80% right now, so what's that other 20% you and him need to work with?
Well, the thing is, right now it's just getting the right sparring partner. Since Jorge has the fight coming up, I don't have the perfect sparring partner anymore, because Jorge, is a bit of a counterpuncher and thinks and adapts to situations really well. And I need to find a guy like that, because Marquez is that way. And the thing about him is that he had 2 great fights with Manny, and Manny's came a long way since then, and Manny's gotten a lot better, of course. But Marquez is one of those guys that can make adjustments and deal with the improvements of Manny. So, but I don't think the size and speed is going to be too much for him. But I'm going to talk to Jorge after this fight. If he comes out really clean, he might be back in the gym.
Certainly, Marquez possesses a really high fighter's IQ, and that's something that Bernard Hopkins possesses as well. What do you make of this main event on Saturday?
Well, it's a real good fight. You got one guy that has really great talent, and Chad Dawson, and great ability and so forth. But does he always use it? No, to the best of it, he doesn't seem to. And can Bernard get inside his head? And Bernard's great at that, and I think he can. I think he's going to get inside his head, and I like Bernard to win the fight. But I think it's definitely. If Chad Dawson shows up, he can give him a lot of trouble, because he is a very good fighter, but he's just not very consistent.